Hello, my beautiful people from around the world. I'm going to start doing readings a little differently. I see some tarot readers out there doing this and I really love it. And instead of doing a pick a card reading so that you would pick, each reading, I'm just going to record each message separately, which I normally do, and post those separately like this. So there's no pick a card, and if the message is meant to find you, it will easily. So we're going to change it up and do that instead. If you've been following me and you know me, then you know that this will be different. If you don't know me and you're new here, welcome. My name is Carolee, and I help to bring you clarity through life's toughest challenges and greatest joys. So if you're new and you don't know any of this or the old platform, then this won't really matter, and we're just going to get into your message. So there's no pile selector card, and we're just going to get right into it. What I am going to start doing, for at least right now, until I make my own cards, I'm going to start to make them, and so the messages I can reuse them. But anyway, so for today, I have a bunch of 111 I just saw on the timer. I have a bunch of downloaded messages that I tapped into your energy before I got started, or just now actually. So I'll read through them, and then we'll see when we pull the cards if anything pops up for you. So I have Hold Me was the first thing I just saw. When I saw that, it was a person of an image that came to mind of somebody laying down in a fetal position on the floor, kind of naked and alone and cold, really sad, needing to be held close. Hold Me. But then I also heard Hold Me Closer, Tiny Dancer by Elton John, the song, which is my favorite song in the whole world. But initially it was Hold Me, and then Hold Me Close, and then I heard Hold Me Closer, Tiny Dancer. So it brings to mind somebody who is doing something in their lives, maybe for work, for money, that they're not necessarily proud of, or it doesn't feel right with their soul, but they're it's not that bad. And, I get through the day, finish the day, go home, and sort of the boulevard is not that bad. That's kind of the message, right? In the song is being grateful for what you have, although feeling really sad at the same time because things didn't work out exactly as maybe you were promised or told, but feeling like you need to be held, feeling like you need to be close to someone that you love. There's this overall feeling of just being not okay, but pretending that everything's okay, making everything okay even though they're not okay, if that makes sense. And then I heard Wounded Warrior, Fallen and Can't Get Up, which I always think of a turtle, help, I've fallen, or Michelangelo and Ninja Turtles, help, I've fallen, I'm a turtle and I can't get up kind of feeling. And that kind of goes with this wounded warrior, right? I'm getting that Michelangelo vibe, the pizza Ninja Turtle, right? Who's just there to have a good time, who's there for a good time, not a long time, another good song, but, who maybe doesn't take everything serious enough, kind of expecting other people to take life seriously for them, and then kind of there's this feeling of coming to the realization that, damn, where did I go wrong? And maybe there's no safety net right now, or soon, they're showing me the rug being pulled out from somebody, but also I'm hearing the safety net, there was always a safety net, and maybe right now there's no safety net. Sort of energy anyways, or feeling as if there is none, or feeling as if you're not allowed to use that safety net, or there's a hole in the safety net, they're showing me too, so it's not really secure, or crying wolf too many times type of a situation. Not necessarily, I'm just but they are showing me someone with the rug being pulled out from under them. throat chakra closing, a closed throat chakra. So you might be having a hard time, or someone you know is having a hard time communicating or getting something out. As I was tapping into the 444 on the timer, as I was tapping into the energy, my throat chakra, my throat was like sore and like closing and just like a nodule there. So there's definitely something going on with the throat chakra. Nervous fear. I also heard trilogy. I don't know what that means. It could mean like a third party situation, and third party can be anything, or it could be a trio of people, or a trilogy. I don't know if there's like a trilogy of a movie or a show or something that you enjoy, but trilogy was a strong word that came out. I don't know what that means. Or times three, something times three, or the power of three. Or the third time's a charm I'm hearing right now as well, third time's a charm. So something about the power of three, or three something. Sacred seer. And then it was a shift in energy. So there's this going on. Then I heard sacred seer, divine guidance. But then I heard no man's land. So you might be feeling like you're in the middle of nowhere, or in the middle of nowhere, or like kind of lost and wandering almost. But I'm getting this energy of somebody like alone in feeling, or literally in no man's land, and separate. And then I heard so like no man's land, and then nomad, and then I thought of like digital nomad, right? And it could be traveling for work, or getting a visa, like a digital nomad visa in a different country and working from there, like traveling, no man's land, kind of wandering, being this like wandering sacred seer, offering divine guidance to the world kind of energy. So I don't know we'll look into the cards and see what, and then okay, the back, the other messages on the back here. At first I heard, that's the stuff. So take that as it resonates. I saw in my mind's eye someone getting a massage or someone getting pampered. I heard like, that's the stuff, and dreams, and this is what dreams are made of. But I heard this is what dreams are made of, but then I wrote down dreams are made up. So that's weird. That's interesting. Sweet life, let it ride. So there could be gambling going on in this situation, money, gambling, sweet life, or living the sweet life. Dreams are made up. That's weird that I wrote that when I was thinking dreams, what dreams are made of, but I wrote dreams are made up. So it's like, and then, okay, so let it ride. Something about gambling, but I heard let it ride. So I don't know what I didn't see gambling, but I heard let it ride. So it could be someone living their lives to their fullest, and yet feeling really empty, like a fallen angel, nervous about something. Then I heard doubtful, dumbfounded, purity, and existential crisis. So, I mean, there's a lot going on. And I heard touche, like somebody calling somebody out on something, and they're like, touche. Or like, that's, look who's calling the kettle black kind of energy. For some, I don't know. I just heard that right now. And then I heard sweet dreams are made of these, which I don't remember who the original song is, or one of the original, but I heard the Marilyn Manson version, and it made me think of Marilyn Manson and how, I don't know, there's all these accusations about the way he is in relationships or with, partners, and I'm not about to discredit any or try to discredit any of those people who say those things, because you know what, like, I like to believe survivors. But that was the song, like, sweet dreams are made of these, who am I to disagree? I follow the something and the seven seas. Everybody is looking for something. And that kind of goes along with all of this stuff, right? Like looking for salvation, or it's like seeking salvation after seeking to fill a void. And then I also at the end of there, don't judge a book by its cover. So there's a lot going on here. I'm going to go into the tarot and then we'll pull some oracle cards and see what that is. I'm going to have to leave that out here. I hope you all are having a good week. Or I guess it's, by the time this is posted, it'll be the weekend. Hold me. I put a period after hold me and then close. And then I heard like the Tiny Dancer Elton John song. But it was more like a hold me close. Like I need to be held really tightly because I've fallen and I can't get up. Maybe you're feeling that way and you're seeking advice from sacred seers, from tarot readers, and seeking divine guidance because you feel lost, kind of wandering in no man's land. But the dreams are made up. It's like I'm hearing now dreams are for suckers. Like, why bother having a dream if nothing works out kind of energy? Like, why bother? But this is also somebody, or an energy of somebody who's chasing the dream instead of attracting the dream. Like chasing something, like a mirage or a fool's gold or something. And I talked about that the last reading that I did in one of the piles. Like seeking happiness in all the wrong places, and then feeling really doubtful that like dreams exist, or doubtful that true love exists, or doubtful that that like the law of attraction exists or abundance exists, something like that. This energy of like being really doubtful and having this existential crisis of their existence. Like, what does this mean? What does it mean to be in this life, to be in this body, to be connected with these people? What do my dreams mean? What do my desires mean? Who am I? Oh, that's upside down. Then we have the Hanged Man. Yeah, so somebody, this Emperor person, and the Emperor at the bottom of the deck here, this owl. And then the Hanged Man popped out, 12:12 on the timer. Questioning life, questioning miracles even. But somebody is like definitely taking a look at their own existence, questioning things or looking at it from a new perspective. It could be this Emperor person, or if you identify as a divine masculine energy, it could be that person, depending on who you are in this whole situation. Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So this is like a sacred seer person. It's almost as if somebody is watching, this Emperor figure maybe, watching a Queen of Cups, or watching a sacred seer, psychic, seeking divine guidance from somebody. And like with this Hanged Man here, I'm not getting like a stuck energy. It's more of like, okay, like really integrating the lessons that they're listening to and hearing from somebody or something. And then we have the Knight of Wands flew out here, which came up on the table reversed, but usually I only take reverse cards when they stick in the deck. Like when I'm shuffling and a card flips over but sticks in the deck, usually those for me are reversed. So but then we have the Devil. So I'm thinking that the Knight of Wands is supposed to be, it's like looking at your own behaviors, watching. And then Five of Cups is underneath of the Queen of Cups. It seems significant, like some sort of a loss or feeling broken. All these glasses, there's this moth here, which moth signifies transforming out of the darkness from the shadows, or making friends with the shadows and using them to transform and ascend and elevate on your spiritual path. But there's all these broken glasses here. Two aren't broken, so there's opportunities out of the wreckage, right, of this situation. There is like hope there, but there's these broken glasses that are sharp and painful to deal with, but there is transformation at hand at the same time. So this Queen of Cups, I'm going to put her over there, or I'll just put her back in the deck because we just talked about it. The Knight of Wands, so this is somebody, this could be you or someone you know, who's going through an awakening having a different perspective on their own behaviors and where they stem from with the Knight of Wands, because the Knight of Wands is about passion and inspiration and fun and inspiring other people, but also being inspired themselves to go after something, to pursue something, with charisma and joy and fun and spontaneity and all these really great feelings. But then we have the Devil card here. So this could be you in your essence, or a person that you know, if you're the person you're thinking of. This is like this person or you in this essence of like being Mr. Good Time, Mrs. Good Time, Miss Good Time, right? Everybody, people are really attracted to you, or you're a very attractive, youthful person, because it's a Knight of Wands, which is typically somebody like in their 20s, mid-20s to mid-30s or so, maybe younger depending on the other cards, but that's kind of the age range. Somebody who's, you know, not quite in that King of Wands energy, who's like a leader and someone who inspires people, who really takes charge, who's a visionary. So this is like developing that vision of self, developing the vision of a sense of your life kind of energy there. Having a dream. I have a dream, and trying to go after that dream. But then we have the Devil there, and the Devil energy is kind of like something that holds you back, your wounds, maybe from childhood, things that have happened, you know, making choices and taking actions for the wrong reasons. So we have fire energy here, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, and the Devil is Capricorn. But I'm hearing Scorpio, so I don't know. Take that as it resonates. I was looking at the Devil thinking Scorpio, but I'm like, that's not right. But I was thinking it, so just take it as it resonates. But the Scorpio energy is kind of a mix of this fire and the Devil. It's kind of like an in-between, right? This, you know, very fiery, passionate, but also quick to cut people off, quick to take offense in a way, right? That's what I'm kind of seeing. Very impulsive behaviors with the Knight of Wands and the Devil connected, but the impulses to do things, to take action, is coming from a place of wounding or a place of inner pain or trauma with the Devil here. And that somebody here who's watching this is really looking at their own behaviors and their own actions, and where do they stem from? Why do I do these things? And I hear like a car peeling out of a driveway kind of sound outside. Like, why do I maybe run away, right? This could be, why do I run from things with the Devil when things get hard? Why do I run? Why do I make these choices when things aren't going my way? Why do I see things in this way? Why do I react so intensely? And that's not that reacting intensely is always a bad thing, but it could be to your detriment with the Devil card here, right? And it comes from this place of wounding. They're telling me to switch the decks. Dumbfounded, doubtful. Let it ride. I'm hearing like, oh, I'll show them. You know, like people doubting you or doubtful about a dream, or your dream is made up. That could be something as well. Like your dreams are made up or they're not realistic. And people are like doubting you and then maybe dumbfounded when you actually achieve something. Or somebody could be dumbfounded that like something didn't work out and like wondering why, because the dream wasn't real. Dreams are made up. Like the dream was an illusion. Dreams are made up. Maybe the dream was an illusion of a sweet life, a fantasy. Something was based off of a fantasy. Sweet dreams are made of these. Disagree. Travel the world in the seven seas. Everybody's looking for something. Travel the world in the 7 seas. It's like searching for the dream, searching for, the American dream in all the wrong places, or not really understanding what that actually means. Searching for it, traveling, looking in all the different places, all these nooks and crannies, and all these different people, and then coming to this conclusion that like dreams are made up. And enjoying life. It's almost like this energy of like, that's the stuff. Like they're showing me someone in a hot tub smoking a cigar, like, that's the stuff. But at the end of the day, still feeling really empty and alone, needing connection with this existential crisis. Touché. And people like maybe calling somebody out on it, and they're like, touché, because now they've experienced all of it. They've done all these things to make themselves feel good, to find the dream. And then they're like, and people are saying, come back to purity, right? Because they find themselves in this existential crisis. Come back to purity, come back to your heart, come back to love, the essence of existence. And this person's like, touché, that kind of energy. But somebody is definitely really nervous, this wounded warrior, nervous about saying something or admitting something. Admitting something. 3 of Swords, isolation. Betrayal, some sort of betrayal, traveling. This again is about communication, the 8 of Wands. It could be about traveling, but it could also be about having a conversation. 6, compromise. The 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles is about, give and take, reciprocity, charity, donations, helping somebody out. These 2 sumo wrestlers or warriors, whatever, they're like, there's like this pinky promise here. Like, I promise to have your back. I'm hearing. Like, we might be at war, but I have your back. It's like a pinky promise. Compromise. It says compromise on the card. It's communication about a compromise. And then the Ace of Wands. Again, that inspiration, taking action, taking inspired action with the travel, the communication, the compromise, needing to compromise. So what was I talking about? Needing to admit something, right? Somebody needing to have a conversation with the throat chakra closed, needing to admit something, or about traveling, or some sort of compromise. There's so much passion though. Like there's so much in this situation, there's so much passion and pain. Like this passion and pain is all intertwined. Isolation, like somebody feeling again, like I'm going to keep that one out. Lost and alone, no thingness, which is the Hierophant in this deck. Some sort of commitment. This is the Pope card. It's also, there's so many different things the way the Hierophant card. It could be like a funeral, or a higher level commitment, or it could be law and order, like the order of things, the natural order of things. And then underneath of that, we have politics, 7 of Swords. So like some sort of betrayal when it comes to a commitment, a higher level of commitment. And then the Lovers underneath of that. Fighting, like the Lovers could be a twin flame connection or a spiritual connection. It could be about choices. And then the the Knight of Wands again with the Lovers. You know what? It's like somebody that's there. Okay, I need some other cards. There's this new perspective. It could be having this new perspective, like somebody having a new perspective on a higher level commitment, somebody that they betrayed very badly with the 3 of Swords and the 7 of Swords. They betrayed, so somebody here, 444, 244, 2444 on the timer, somebody here betrayed a higher level connection, a twin flame, and they want redemption. They want to be held close. They want to apologize or say something. They're nervous and afraid about a trilogy. Somebody took a risk with the let it ride for the sweet life. And now they're having an existential crisis, trying to reclaim purity, trying to come back into purity with the Queen of Cups that we saw, some Emperor maybe having a newfound perspective and trying to come back into purity. Don't judge a book by its cover. Dumbfounded, doubtful, dumbfounded. It's almost like dumbfounded in the way of like, oh my God, they were right. Like somebody was doubtful. So depending on who you resonate with in this situation, somebody was doubtful about what you said, or maybe about this connection being a twin flame or divine connection, or true love or whatever, or meant to be, or something like that. Like dreams are made up, like that doesn't make any sense. And now they're dumbfounded with the touche there. They're like dumbfounded that, oh my God, you were right. Oh my God, that was my person, or oh my God, that person was right about this situation, or about me, or about my behavior, or about something. Like that you were doubtful, or somebody was doubtful about it, and now they're like dumbfounded that was actually right, and they're trying to return to purity and in the midst of this existential crisis. Wow, okay. Cards falling. Holding back. Yeah, with the miser here, holding back from going with the flow. So we have the 4 of Pentacles. Focus. 4 of Pentacles could be about trying to grow stability, but also holding back. Saving too much, or holding resources back from others in fear of not having enough, or of losing it all, kind of thing. And then under that was going with the flow. So Ace of Cups is about love and creativity and, new opportunities in love or in healing. Healing is really important part of that. And then the Rebel is the Emperor again. That's at the bottom under that. And then the 10 of Pentacles. So what's over here? What fell? Yeah, letting go. 8 of Cups. So this is about walking away from something. Projections. Walking away from an illusion. The sweet life. Walking away from an illusion that something was going to bring you to a sweet life. Yeah, King of Wands. Some sort of King of Wands energy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Created a postponement or delay in some sort of connection, maybe in this divine connection. With the Lover's card there. Somebody, this King, and then transformation. And then the King of Pentacles is underneath of that. What's this isolation over here? 5 of Cups clinging to the past. Under that, at the bottom is 10 of Cups. Oh my God, so 5 clinging to the past. 5 of Swords, which is about betrayal, lies, fighting, ego. Right, 9 of Cups, laziness, which is also about personal fulfillment and like kind of retirement. It's like the retirement card. And then we have the High Priestess, 2 number 2. And projections, so an illusion. With the isolation. So betrayal, clinging to the past. And illusions. I also sometimes look at the Nine of Cups as selfishness. And it's not always a bad thing, but it can be just focusing on your own needs instead of other people's, no matter what's happening around you. See how the glass is shattering? It could be the glass ceiling, right? But it can also be just like focusing on your own stuff while everything else falls apart and without a care in the world. You know, this didn't come in reverse, but I'm getting that sort of energy because of the 7 of Swords and the 5 of Swords and the 5 of Cups and isolation and illusion, right? The illusion that everything was going to be okay, but that illusion is shattering. That projection that you put out into the world, or somebody in this situation put out into the world, this projection that like, I don't need you with the 5 of Swords here. I don't need you. You know, or I'm hearing like, that's all in the past, or you're clinging to the past, or that happened in the past, right? And that gave them an excuse with the 7 of Swords again to go and like do whatever they wanted to, focusing on their own needs, right? They're on their own stuff. While everything fell apart, like unapologetically went and focused on their own stuff while other things fell apart. But doing that out of this state of ego and feeling betrayed, so betraying somebody else because they felt betrayed, hurting other people, and then projecting that hurt onto those people and kind of shifting blame onto them. That's kind of the energy here of like, I'm going to hurt you before you hurt me, and then I'm going to blame you for all the hurt that's happening. Kind of energy, yeah, with the Moon card, past lives, the Moon card, and the 2 of Cups. So hiding something, hiding a relationship maybe. Oh yeah. 3 Pentacles, third party situation. Yeah, here we go. So hold on. Oh my God, that's a bunch of cards. I don't know if I'm going to take them all. Past lives. So the Moon card over top of the Moon to the 2 of Cups, 10 of Wands, suppression. So 10 of Wands, suppression. And then we have the Empress, the the Page of Pentacles. Suppressing something, judgment beyond illusion, some sort of decision or conditioning. Again, we have the Devil again, conditioning. 8, strength or courage, and then awareness with judgment. Too many cards fell out. I don't want to like... There's like secrets. And now somebody's keeping secrets. Or you have been keeping secrets, or someone's keeping secrets from you. There's a lot of shame here, right? A lot of shame and pain and like, but at the same time, whoever this person is, if this is you or if this is somebody you're asking about or thinking about, they feel like they want to come forward and talk about this, but they feel like they can't because they were projecting that like everything was sweet, living this sweet life and just letting it ride. It's like somebody with a gambling problem, but it's not necessarily in money, a gambling in life, gambling at the stakes are high, gambling with relationships, gambling with friendships, gambling with the choices that they make in life. Like let it ride and then just allowing things to unfold, even if they're falling apart. and just letting that ride out. Like, okay, well, and just letting, like, they're showing me somebody like just letting the destruction get worse and worse and worse, and the pain and the sorrow and the emotions and everything, just like this hole is getting deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And it's like, and then, yeah, with the, that's the stuff. It's like with the devil coming out twice, again, it's like 3444, 3444 on the timer. It's like the pain is actually very regulating for this person's nervous system, because the pain and the drama and the chaos that they cause with their impulsive behaviors is actually feels normal to their conditioned body mind, because they grew up in a state of chaos. And so they continuously create chaos because it feels safer than being in purity. And now they're having an existential crisis about who they are, what they want, what their dreams are, right? And why they keep falling into this hole. Like, I'm hearing pit of despair. Like, I've fallen and I can't get up. And this time, I'm getting the energy of somebody who just is like, I don't know if I want to get up this time. I don't know if I can. Yeah, burden, 6 of Swords. I don't know where to go from here. 6 of Swords and the letting it go at the bottom of the deck. 8 of Cups, so like walking away from something. Like, I don't know where to go from here. Aloneness, like, that's kind of this general, yeah, my solar plexus, sacral right now are just like squeezing. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go from here. I don't know who will hear me, I'm hearing. But this person or this energy here, whether it's you or someone you know, is like, hold me. That's like the main message, is like, hold me close. Like, I need someone to hold me close. And sort of like, if you're a Reiki healer, or you know a Reiki healer, or you know someone who's like sort of this filter energy where they just can hold you, and like the pain, they can like absorb and process and let go of the pain for you in that sort of a way. Like, my daughter's like that, just very like, she's cleansing. She can cleanse energies. Like the fear and the doubt, the sadness. You know, she sometimes will get caught in it, but she can shake it off pretty well. And I work with her on that. You know, we work really hard at helping her maintain that sense, that purity, that, again, yeah, the purity. But somebody was doubtful that any of this even existed, like twin flames or soulmate connections or the spirit world or a soul purpose, like all of that. They're really doubtful. And now they're dumbfounded to realize that it was all true. 37 on the timer. Jackpot. That's the stuff. That's the stuff dreams are made of. Wow. Let's use this. Okay, so what's next? And then we'll get some advice. What's next? The Lovers in reverse. The Sun at the bottom of the deck. Clarity. The Hanged Man under that. So again, with this like perceiving things in a different way, the Sun is clarity. See here, this eye and this dream catcher. Maybe getting clarity through dreams. You might be dreaming about somebody, but getting clarity through dreams. The Lovers in reverse, though. Getting clarity on, and that came out again. This the second time the Lovers has come out. The first time it was upright with the Knight of Wands. So it's like wanting to come into that lover, to that soulmate, the twin flame divine union connection, like really wanting to rush in, but there's all these things getting in the way. Justice and 5 of Wands and 10 of Wands under that. Oh my God, and 2 of Wands. 10 of Pentacles. Oh man. The Lovers. Page of Wands. Again, all these wands, these actions, the Justice at the bottom. What's the Lovers in reverse? Making it right. Like somebody needs to make something right. What's the Lovers in reverse? Why is it in reverse? Five of Swords. Yeah. Making it right. You have to like move past your ego in this situation. Wheel of Fortune, Page of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, King of Swords. King of Swords, Page of Cups. Jesus. There's a lot of people and stuff going on here. I have to clarify these before we move on. Something's shifting though, the world. Wheel of Fortune, the world under that, and the Six of Wands. So there's something completely shifting, an end of a cycle, success at the end of that, and with the moon under that, it's all like hidden, right? Like it's almost like a surprise. But why is the Lovers, and then with the ego card sort of in reverse? Putting down the swords, putting down the ego, setting the ego aside. Unblocked. Queen of Wands, King of Cups. Like, I give up, I'm hearing. I give up. That could be for somebody too. What's the King of Swords? Because we did see justice there as well. Somebody might be getting justice for hurting a divine connection of some kind. Page of Wands. Oh my God, look at all this. Seven of Cups, an illusion. And the Six of Swords. I've been seeing this like a ship or boats like so much recently. I don't want to go on with this reading, but I just want to know like what's next. Somebody with the Page of Wands might be traveling to see somebody. Or there's definitely a moving away from this blocked connection. Like an illusion is being faded away. Queen of Wands, Wheel of Fortune. So there's the Queen of Wands. So Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, and then a Page of Wands. So somebody is moving or going, leaving a situation behind, leaving an illusion behind. And the ego is being put down or put to rest, I'm hearing. What's the Lovers in reverse? The Fool. And maybe a new beginning. The Fool with the Lovers in reverse, it could be a new beginning for a divine counterpart or for a union if you're in one, or a connection or something. Even alignment. Sometimes I look at the Lovers as being aligned with your soul, with your true authentic self, and it could be that. It's like putting the ego aside and realizing, yes, I have a divine purpose. Yes, there's a divine plan. Yes, this connection is divinely was ordained, right, by the heavens before I even came to this earth, whatever it is. It could be about your soul purpose, your soul mission, or it could be about a connection. Whatever it is, the ego is being put aside, moving away from illusion, being trapped by fear, trapped by conditioning of your human existence from the experiences that you went through that created this illusion of this wounded self, wounded warrior showing up in the world as a wounded warrior rather than being completely healed, right? There's a shift there, a change, a completely new beginning, having clarity about how you show up in the world or how this person is showing up in the world, why they've been showing up that way, 333 on the timer, and like transforming through it. Again, the Sun at the bottom, clarity. King of Swords though, what is that? Three of Cups, Five of Wands. Some sort of conflict in a community, in a group, with family, could be adjudicated on. It could be some sort of judicial matters with the King of Swords. King of Swords is also about having clarity as well. Very intelligent, wise, open communication, possibly. That could be it. If they hid the Tower right there, 6 of Cups, Tower, what's the King of Swords? 2 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups. The Fool. It's like a reunion. So it could be somebody, it could be somebody realizing what they've done, what they hid, right? If, depending on who you are in this situation, somebody hid something or you hid something, maybe another relationship, a third party with the 3 of Cups in reverse, right? And it's finally time to get honest about it and get open about it and communicate about it if you want this reunion with this person, or even if you want the reunion with yourself, with your higher self, with your soul, and to align with your divine purpose, your path. You have to get honest with yourself and get truthful about all the things that you've done that have happened with the 3 of Cups in reverse. The 3 of Cups in reverse can be about addictions or overindulging with friends, hanging out with the wrong people, or karmic energies around you, karmic friends, family members, right? That have sort of sabotaged maybe this connection or your divine life path. And so the King of Swords is about somebody who's clear on that, clear about what they want, clear about their healing the inner child with the 6 of Cups here, healing their inner child, getting to work with their inner child, reconnecting with the right people, the right divinely guided, or the soul family, the people who are really there for you and want what's best for you. It's just like getting clarity on all these connections and things and your own inner self and your purpose and people in your life, right? And then we have the Knight of Cups, which is about, Knight of Cups can be about a love offer, because we have the Knight of Cups with the Page of Cups. It can be about somebody, this King of Swords energy, who having clarity. King of Swords is air energy, so we have, the air, Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. I always want to make Gemini a fire sign. Maybe, I don't know why. Anyway, the Knight of Cups, oh no, sorry, that's not the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles. This is also somebody having clarity on like wanting to commit to something, maybe a new love or a person, a child, with the Page of Cups there, wanting to reconnect with their child or reconnect with their twin flame divine counterpart person, wanting to commit to their heart, commit to healing with the Page of Cups, right? Really commit to it this time. What's the Knight of Pentacles? 3 of Swords. And the Sun underneath. Yeah. The King of Swords energy, right? Somebody very intelligent, very wise, having perspective. For some, depending on the situation and what was going on, it could be a King of Swords energy who's going to help to star-crossed lovers, I'm hearing, like Romeo and Juliet, reunite. It could be somebody who's helping those two reunite with the 3 of Swords coming out with the Knight of Pentacles, right? I'm getting someone who's been working on something for a while, committing. Oh, again with the clarity, Eight of Pentacles at the bottom, which is mastery of self, mastery of being dedicated, being disciplined even, being disciplined. So the Knight of Pentacles is about long-term gain, right? Being disciplined. But then the 3 of Swords, what's the 3 of Swords? The Empress, 2 of Wands. 2 of Wands is about wanting a partnership or working together, or about insight, having clarity, having a vision, You see the hawk there with this vision of the world, right? Being a visionary, stepping into somebody's vision, mastering a vision or a plan, seeing a different perspective, a higher level perspective from a bird's eye view, seeing something from a bird's eye view about the actions, about the long-term effects of what has gone on, right? Because we have the Two of Wands with the Three of Swords and the Empress at the bottom, and the Five of Cups, water under the bridge kind of energy, like loss and pain and sorrow, and then seeing like water under the bridge. So this is like somebody who wants to commit to an Empress energy, with the Knight of Pentacles there, after a lot of pain, after betrayal, because we had the Three of Swords come out twice. So after pain, wanting to reconnect, because the Six of Cups is also about reunions from somebody from the past or a past life. So somebody wanting to be dedicated, to commit to something, to new love or to love with the Page of Cups there, after gaining perspective on the pain and the sorrow and the betrayal, the heartache, and what they did with the Three of Cups over here, the third party energy or karmic energy or partying or whatever, here for a good time, not a long time kind of stuff, right? Page of Cups. What's the Page of Cups? Eight of Swords and the Fool. Yeah. What's this? 7 or 8 of Swords is about anxiety, overcoming anxiety. In reverse, 9 of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. Yeah. This is somebody who wants to put their fears aside, their anxiety, their doubts aside, and go after what it is that they want. 111, 5111, big changes, manifesting, miracles, going after what they want in spite of their fears, letting all that go, and really deciding, making this decision, this conscious decision with the King of Swords, this conscious, well thought out decision, having integrated all of these lessons, all the pain, all the sorrow, all of that, having integrated these lessons and realizing what they did, how it affected somebody else, the person that they love, and saying, you know what, I'm going to make amends, or I'm going to do what I need to do in order to make this right. I'm going to put my own BS aside and my own fears aside and go after what it is that I want with the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah. Patience, though. Somebody really hurt somebody else here. Like, I don't know who you resonate with in this pile, in this situation, but somebody really hurt somebody else because of their own wounding and conditioning from the past. Very impulsive behaviors, always thinking about themselves, that kind of energy. And they feel terrible about it. They have perspective on it, though, and they really want to come towards somebody with a new love offer. The Magician, the High Priestess, somebody who might be very magical, mystical, somebody who's maybe clairvoyant or tarot reader or psychic or very intuitive, but they have this plan to come towards you, or you have a plan, depending on who you are in this situation, you have a plan to go towards somebody. But the Magician is all about making it work, like creating having a plan, but like not just having a plan, but putting the plan into action and really like following through. The High Priestess is somebody who's very intuitive, and the Ace of Cups. Yeah, it's almost as if this is weird. I know it's going to look weird, but like we have somebody who's a master manifester wanting to make a love offer to a High Priestess, someone who's extremely clairvoyant or intuitive or psychic or whatever, also very magical and a master manifester as well, transcends wounds and darkness. But the Magician, the High Priestess can get trapped in their own darkness as well, and so can the Magician. They're actually very similar people, very magical. this is almost like a divine counterpart of two master manifestors, two master magicians, two extremely highly regarded in the spirit realm. Like finally taking their place among the elites, I'm hearing. Wow, okay. Oh, face your shadow. 19, face your shadow. Bottom of the deck. It didn't pop out, so I'm just not going to talk too much about it. Anything else we need to know about this situation for pile number 1? Or not pile number 1. I'm just going to put it out there. So not pile number 1, but like for this collective in this reading. Dreamcatcher. Oh, we saw a Dreamcatcher somewhere else here. The sun. Dreamcatcher. Dreaming your wisdom. Yeah, your dreams are coming true. Or allow your dreams to come through. Clarity on what your dreams actually are. But it's all about, like, I think the main message here is like the perspective, the Hanged Man, having a perspective on, like I kept these cards out here, but this is about having perspective on why, how do I want to put this? On why you do the things that you do, or why somebody else does the things that they do, and gaining perspective on it. Wisdom. Look at the halo, the golden Christ consciousness around this possum here. Like being divinely guided to finally understand why I do these things, what they're driven by, which is the fear, which comes from the wounds. Right? And it's a vicious circle. But to break the circle, to break the pattern, you need this, Christ consciousness, perspective, seeing things clearly, understanding, not just seeing them, but understanding and really integrating the lesson of these painful experiences that keep coming up for you. Because I don't care who you are, unless maybe you're a sociopath or a psychopath, but like, we're not born and then say, I'm going to hurt a bunch of people in this life. I'm going to F them up. I'm going to break hearts all over the place. I don't like that. Like, people are like, oh, she's going to be such a heartbreaker. When my baby was little, she was so cute with her little dimples and blue eyes, and everyone's like, oh, she's going to be such a heartbreaker. I'm like, oh, I hope not. I hope she doesn't do that. You know, I hope she connects with people on a deep level, and I hope she finds somebody who really loves and appreciates her and respects her, and that's what I want to teach her. I'm very selective about the environment and the people that are around us because of that. You know, I want her to understand that she deserves a lot, you know, from partners and from friends and whatever. What else here? Any other... What's next? Let's look at the Sacred Traveler deck. Let's see, the next week or so. I guess it depends on who you resonate at in this situation. If you are the person who was betrayed and lied to and hurt, I'm hearing coming clean. I want the full story. Like, I feel like you deserve the full story. You deserve the truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God, I'm hearing. Could be somebody going to court. Like we saw the Justice card. You might get the truth in the justice system. Like you might find out the truth. They're showing me a courtroom and like sitting in the benches and like hearing the testimony and like, now I know. Now I get it. I have the full picture now. But whether that's you or not, like that your situation, if it is a judiciary procedural thing, I'm hearing like, don't settle for any less than the truth, the absolute truth. Like I just lay it all out there. Because I've always said this too, if you lie to somebody, I've almost been like too truthful, too honest to people, and maybe, you know, I've learned to hold back like everything that I want to say. But when you lie to somebody, not only you make it important, right? You make it, if you lie about something, someone, when they find out that there was this lie, this betrayal, it's like, why did you lie? Because the reason behind the lie, like, why did you lie? If you lie, you know that it's wrong, or you know it's going to hurt somebody, so why do it? And why are you doing the thing that you need to lie about? Like that kind of thing, right? It actually creates more questions than answers sometimes. But also, when you lie to somebody, you trick them into doing things and believing things and living a life that's not theirs. You know what I mean? Like, you make it impossible or nearly impossible, unless they're very intuitively connected and know their self and know how to look for red flags and trust their intuition when their gut tells them something. Unless somebody's like that and can tell when you're lying, or when somebody's lying, or you can tell when someone's lying, when you lie to somebody, you prevent them from living their own authentic truth. Now, if they're connected to their intuition, they'll know that something's a lie. I gotta cleanse this. They'll know that something's a lie anyways, but it's hard to call someone out when you don't have any proof, right? Like, I don't want to accuse anybody of lying, but like, I can tell, but I can't accuse you because I don't have any proof. All I can do is step back and say, look, I don't know what's going on, but something doesn't feel right, and I'm going to step back and wait and see. But if you are somebody who lies a lot, or, you know, even little white lies, they prevent others from living their authentic truth. And that's not fair, right? Even in the eyes of God or the heavens or the universe or whatever you believe in, you know, it stops others from being able to live the life that they want to live when they're living life based off of somebody else's lies. That's hurtful. That's so painful. And that's why I think like affairs of the heart, or affairs in general, are so painful. It's not about like the actions that were taken. It's about the lies, the betrayal, and then the not trusting yourself enough to maybe see the signs or something. It's hurtful. It's so hurtful. When the truth will set you free. You know, the truth allows everyone to live and be their authentic selves. Everyone can make choices that are best for them, knowing and having all the information that they need in order to make choices. I hate that. Lies, you know, little white lies and little, like, not redirections or whatever, but just, I don't know, it's so hurtful. And again, back to what I was saying about, you know, we're not born to lie and hurt people. That's not what we do, but we start to do that because from a young age, we're taught that if we tell the truth, or if somebody sees the real us, then we won't be accepted or loved or cared for, or be ridiculed and punished in these hurtful ways. And so we lie. We learn to lie to cover these like coping mechanisms, these things that we do to make ourselves feel better, but actually make us feel worse. But then we have to lie about it to other people, which makes us feel even more worse. But we still, you know, have these coping mechanisms, these behaviors and things that we fall back on that make us feel good in the moment, but in the long term really hurt us and hurt our relationships. It's like this vicious cycle that all stems from wounding, from being wounded, from having attachment deficits from childhood, like all these things. And that's the reason why, right? So I don't like when we talk about, you know, these people in the readings who are the perpetrators of these betrayals, and we don't at least try to shed light on why they do those things, right? And not to say that everyone deserves your, you know, forgiveness is one, like forgiveness or allowing somebody back into your life, depending on what it was and how they hurt you, right? Not everybody deserves a second, third, fourth, fifth chance in your reality, in your life, right? Depends on how you feel and what happened. But if we can have perspective, then we can at least let go of the pain and understand that these people hurt us because they have been through whatever they've been through. And then we can learn to let it go and not take it in ourselves and make it personal when it's not personal. It's all about them, right? There's nothing wrong. If you're the person who was betrayed in this scenario, it's not you. Don't take it personally. And I know that's easier said than done, but it's not you, it's them. You are wonderful. You are perfect. And I watched this reel one day, if this is about a love situation, let's say, I watched this reel from this guy, and he was like, the right man or the right woman, right? Or the right whatever person. If your ex said, if this person said, you're too clingy, or your expectations are too high, there is a person out there, another person who would love for you to be like, please, I want you around more, or call you, a few times a day, or send you all these loving little text messages. Like, there's somebody out there for you that will love those things that this other person told you was too much or not enough, or put you down. Yeah. And if somebody says, oh, I left you and I'm with somebody else because your expectations are too high, well, maybe your actions aren't enough. Maybe you're not enough in your current state, in your unhealed state, and that's okay. And if that's the energy that this person is in, right? If that's the scenario, this person betrayed you and left you for somebody else, and they hid it and they blamed you and shifted blame onto you and saying that your expectations are too high, or you're not enough, or you did this and you did that. Meanwhile, you're like, I just wanted us to be together, and if that's something that happened and they left you for somebody else, that person that they're with or left you for doesn't even come close to the version of you that they had. Like, if they think that your expectations were too high, then they went and found somebody who didn't have those expectations, didn't have that bar, didn't expect to be treated with respect. They went and found somebody who didn't need to be respected the way that you asked to be respected. And so again, that's not your fault. You stood up for yourself. You respected yourself. You did what you needed to do to love yourself. And if somebody couldn't show up for you to love you in the way that you needed them to love you, and even though you asked for it, now there's a whole other thing of like being able to ask for that kind of love and respect and communication and all those things. If you're in that emotional maturity of being able to ask for those things, and someone can't meet those needs and can't reciprocate and can't also explain and ask for their own needs to be met in a way that's, open and honest and mature, like maturity, a mature relationship, then them leaving for somebody else or hiding things and this betrayal, whatever, was actually from the grace of God, because you deserve so much better. And this person who did the betraying has a lot of lessons and healing that they need to go through to understand that they are also worthy of love and respect and a mutual understanding and divine connection as well. Like, they're worthy of that too, right? Not saying that you have to be in that, or you have to forgive them right now and let them back in, or whatever, right? Like, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that I want people to understand that those people who do these things, right, it's because they are so wounded that being in a committed, loving partnership feels really destabilizing for their nervous system. It feels uncomfortable. It feels scary. They don't know how to communicate. They don't know how to ask for things. They don't know how to love. They don't even know their love language. They don't know how to ask you what your love language is. Like, that's not somebody who's emotionally mature. And it's not entirely their fault, because they grew up in a society and in a family of other people who are unhealed, and so they are conditioned to believe that that's the way that love is, or that's the way relationships are. It's just full of drama and pain and sabotage and heartache, and it's just constant crisis after crisis after crisis, but that's what they're used to. And so they create that kind of pain because it's normal for them. Right? And so that's a whole other thing. That's a whole other discussion. Not that you need to put up with it, but just perspective. And if you're the person who causes that kind of stuff, right? Perspective, healing, alignment. Just love yourself, Because you also deserve love. Everyone deserves love. Everybody. Okay, what's next? What's next? Moving forward. Woo! Yeah. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, we have cleansing waters. Purification activates vibrant life force. Take a bath. Take a bath. Baptism, purify. Purity, again, purifying your body. Eating healthy, sleeping, detox, right? Cleanse yourself. Impasse. Reflect and redirect your energy. There's a block here for somebody, for something, for a reason, right? Find another way. There's another way through and around this situation. Reflect and redirect your energy. How are you currently moving through this challenge? How do you feel? Get in tune with your heart by cleansing, purifying your body, mind, soul, spirit. And then reflect on what you've been doing, where you're at, where you want to go, and then change course. Valiant courage. Take action with passion. So Knight of Wands energy there. So yeah, the same sort of thing. You're at an impasse. Reflect and redirect your energy because what you've been doing is not working, or the situation's not working out for a reason, or whatever. Cleanse, purify yourself, take care of yourself, focus on your well-being, and then when you're ready and you've reflected on what's going on and redirect your energy, take action with passion, like follow through to whatever it is that you want. And then we have embracing enthusiasm, shout to the heavens with happiness. Like at the end of the day, there's so much joy and transformation and love, and like I really do feel it. But there's a need to shift behaviors, impulses, the way of communicating, talking, thinking, all of that stuff that has been conditioned inside of you and has become habitual, right? You habitually betray partners and take off. Habitually let people down and lie, like a what are they called? A compulsive liar, compulsive gambling. Where do the compulsions come from? Compulsive debtor, somebody who goes into debt compulsively, somebody who spends money compulsively, somebody who drinks compulsively. Like there's so many different compulsions. Somebody who gets into bad relationships compulsively, abusive relationships compulsively. These compulsions are bred from a betrayal from primary caregivers or somebody or something in life. And we feel betrayed, and then we try to protect ourselves and mitigate the fear or mitigate the potential of being hurt by acting impulsively, or by like setting ourselves up for failure in some way, because we don't believe that we can actually have that dream that in our hearts. Like I have a dream, that like feeling as if dreams are made up, like the sweet life doesn't exist. That's the stuff. This is also giving me like somebody, doing something to numb themselves, like, that feels better. In a moment of pain, numbing themselves out. But you're just, if you do that, or if you know somebody who's doing that, that's like delaying the inevitable, because the tower will fall. And the longer, or the deeper the hole, right, the harder it is to get out. So somebody's in an existential crisis right now, either you or somebody that you know. There's a lot of fear about communication, nervous. Trilogy, third time's a charm. I feel like if this is a divine counterpart union, twin flame union, you guys might have been like in and out of each other's lives quite a bit. So it could be like third time's a charm, right? But the whole point of the divine counterpart union is to come together, rattle each other up a little bit, and then fall apart so you can heal, and then come back together, rattle each other. Oh, you still have those wounds and you still have those wounds. All right, let's bump up against each other and let's activate those wounds so that we can separate and then go and heal, separate, go our separate ways so that we can heal and integrate and then come back together, right? Like there's a lot of that sometimes, either in one life or multiple lives. But that's kind of like the pain of being in a twin flame connection. But the connection itself is so pure and so powerful that you can't help but like be drawn back to them. Ascending the mountain. I just got the deck. Ascending the mountain. Keep going forward. So keep going. I think you are on the right track. Whatever it is, whoever you resonate as in this situation, you are on the right track. I feel like I need one more advice card. Oh, these cards are great. What's the advice for Pile, or for Pile number one, for the collective, for this group, this fabulous group of people here? What's the advice in this situation? Let it ride could also be about like let it flow, like go with the flow. Embrace the sweet life I'm seeing now. (14) Initiate. Curiosity, open, warm. 14, so 5, big changes. 28 is 10, 1. The dreamer, visions, trance, apparitions. The dreamer, again with the dreams. Curiosity, open, warm. This little squirrel watching her in the background. Squirrels are so mischievous, sassy creatures. Initiate. Initiate what? The dream. Initiate the dream. 555 on the timer. 1555. 11555. Initiate the dream. What is it that you're dreaming about? Maybe literally or figuratively, what is it that you're dreaming about? What is it that you really want? Initiate it. Tap into your heart space with the warmth here. Be open and curious and honest. And initiate. Initiate what? Initiate the dream. Whatever the dream is. What's most important to you? Astral, love, fire, sensuality, fertility. So this, I'm telling you, this is about a twin flame, divine counterpart connection, love, whatever. Initiate love, fire, sensuality, fertility. And this is like, there's a lot of orange colors here. So this is like fall time and green. So between now and the spring, but like, I see a lot of changes between now and the springtime. Alexa off. Oh, my timer. Love, fire, sensuality, fertility. Somebody could be pregnant or thinking about getting pregnant or wanting a baby, and maybe there's this like need to have really open and honest communication about that. 12, Frigga, readiness, bounty, plenty. Yeah, like you're ready, you're ripe for the taking, you or the situation. I do think that, you know, there's so much love. And with the depth of love that's here, and honoring the self and healing those wounds, even with somebody else, a connection, it's like there's so much like being ready. Like I'm ready for this bounty. I'm ready for love. Being ready for love, being ready for the bounty, being ready for plenty, being ready for abundance. That's, you know, in order to make the law of attraction work for you, you have to be ready to receive. So are you ready to receive? That's kind of like your advice. Be ready. Make yourself ready for the dream, for what it is that you want. Make yourself ready. And it doesn't have to be like you have all of your ducks in a row. You know, like everything doesn't need to be perfect, but you need to energetically be open. Open your heart, open your soul. to bounty, to plenty, to love, to fertility, to whatever, without fear. And when you're ready, that's when the divine God, guides, angels bring you that thing, right? And sometimes they will bring you something before you're ready to make you realize that you're not actually ready if you thought that you were, right? That's another trick of the universe. But anyways, oh my goodness, with that, pile number 1919 on the timer. With that, I will let you go, and thank you so much for being here. If this resonated, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel so we can stay connected, and comment, let me know what you think, and I look forward to reading for you next time. Have a great day. Bye.